Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to React Anti-Serial Experiments Lane 10. Now we're on episode 11 out of what, 13? Okay, so this third to last episode. That's kind of exciting. Last episode, Lain, dude. Okay, so Lain like fought God, I guess. There was the guy, right? Let's just talk about the guy who claimed to be God or something akin to God. His name was like Eerie or something, or Miri, or I don't remember. It was 4 letters and it had like a repeating letter, right? And he had like put the Earth wave frequency thing that like links all the people into the 7th generation of the Wired, and in doing so also put himself in the Wired to a degree because he's talking to Lain. And he was basically just like telling Lain that her reality is fake and it's a hologram, and the real Lain doesn't exist. It's just a hologram of the Wired Lain or whatever, and just basically going off. And Lain was saying he's lying. Maybe he's telling the truth. Maybe everything we've seen is just her memories that were like adjusted or something crazy. Because I mean, now that they started messing with memories, maybe episodes 1 through like 4 are just fake memories, right? And so they're like showing us the fake memories to like put us in Lain's shoes where we think they're real but they're actually fake, I guess. I mean, but I just don't understand, man. What else happened? There was a lot happened. There was like a normal Lain, who I'm gonna keep referring to normal Lain, even if she's not real or whatever. Basically, was like pulled up to her school, but nobody could see her. She like didn't exist. And then Arisu, like everything went black and white, and Arisu said you're no longer needed in the real world. So this was kind of Lain not having a body anymore. And then when she went home, all of her family were gone as well, except her dad, who was like, I loved you, peace, see you next time. So appreciate you, I guess, but I don't even know what you're talking about. Eerie, there it is, E-I-R-I. That's the guy that was claiming to be God or whatever. And he was saying that he like was Lain's creator or something. It's like, it just doesn't make sense to me, because this guy is just a guy that was working on the Wired, right? And so if the Lain existed, the only way it makes sense is that this guy like helped found the Wired, and if Lain was born when the Wired was created, which it was said that she existed when the Wired was created, then I guess you could say that this guy did like birth Lain because he created the thing that Lain is, aka the Wired. But our reality we've seen is that Lain existed, or at least, I just made a bad assumption. I was going to say Lain existed before the Wired, but like reality existed before the Wired, which includes like Lain's family or whatever. So it just like doesn't make that much sense unless her memories are fake, which I guess he's saying they are, and she might just not be willing to cope with that. But at the same time, why should I trust what this guy's talking about? He's just a guy, and he's saying all this crazy stuff about the heroine of the Wired's fairy tales, and you should be reliant on me to like stay you or whatever. The real world's Lain is merely a hologram of her, the true Lain. It's like, I don't know if he's right. And then Lain doesn't even have any counterpoints. She just blasts him, says like it matters, bam, hits him with the psychic power, and he disappears. What's also an important detail, though, which I didn't mention, well, I kind of mentioned, but I didn't, like, extrapolate on, or I don't know if that's the right word, but you get what I mean, is she cut the cords, the electrical cords, the cables that we've been hearing the hum of, she broke. So that could be symbolic of something. Maybe she's, like, cutting the transmission of information or something like that, or the connection between her and her other selves, something like that. But I feel like that detail and the purpose of the wires, right, the cables, is more of a thematic thing that I am not smart enough to figure out right now. But she did cut them, and I think that is saying something symbolically. So, you know, we'll keep thinking of that. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, and so real Lain. So other Lain is the one that seems to be talking to the God guy, Eerie, right? Real Lain is sitting in her house alone, where the guys, the freaking laboratory guys, pull up and say that they love her and then just leave. And they basically said they were going to patch Eerie out of the system as well. Oh, and she also got rid of all the Knights, so GG. Wait. Oh, yeah. And the Knights used the human collectiveness before the Wired was formed or whatever. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like just overall, like, Lain is a being that is the Wired. At this point, like, she's the consciousness of the Wired, which is my favorite thing I've been saying. And I mean, I'm just confused about this Eerie guy, because he just came out of nowhere. And I don't think he's like the founder of the Wired, but he's acting like he is, and that's the only way I can see anything making sense. But let's just jump in this episode, see what happens. Maybe it'll make sense, maybe it won't. I mean, that's half the fun, right? We never know if we're gonna understand what's going on or not. Let me take a sip of this Dr. Pepper. Also, I'm definitely running on like 2 hours of sleep. I won't even pretend. So I'm kind of cracked out the wazoo right now, you know? Caffeine is OP. But I am at my smartest when I am low on bodily function, right? Low sleep, sick, in pain, etc. That's when I'm always at my peak. So this is actually a good thing for me to be low on sleep while watching a episode of Lain. It's like one of those. I took one of those naps too. Actually, I'll say this during the OP. Let me actually get this started. In 3, 2, 1. Boom. Sorry, I don't want to like clear my throat in your ear. I'm just gonna mute my mic. Sorry about that. That was non-professional. But I'm not a professional. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. No, so what I was saying though. I took one of those naps that like reality, you wake up and you're like, you don't know where you are. Which I think is very fitting to the elements of the show. So me and Lain have something in common. I don't know where I am. Lain doesn't know where she is. I might not be real. I didn't feel real when I woke up. I was just confused. It was like I was born again. Have you ever heard that concept though? Sorry, this OP is just fire. That like, actually no, I want to focus on this bit for a second here. There's the mom who was the Knights member and her kid. And then I guess that's the businessman. So yeah, the Knights members were in the OP. That's kind of cool. That's a cool detail. That's some foreshadowing. Oh, she has 2 earrings in that last one. I thought she only ever... No, oh, she always has 2. It's just her hair strand covered it up. I forgot what I was talking about. Something about reality. Oh, yeah. The idea that once you go to sleep, your, like, consciousness dies, and, like, when you wake up, a new you takes over. Have you heard that idea before? It's kind of crazy. Sleeping kills you. Someone new takes your place. I'm comfortable with that. That means you just live one day at a time, and that's pretty doable. You pass the ball to the next one. It's kind of symbolic. You know? Like, let me work today for a better future for those that come after. Kind of poetic. Yeah, so I think normal Lain is just plugged in with her computer. She got all the wires on her. Other Lain just destroyed Eerie, potentially, in the plane of the Wired. And the rest of the lanes are... who knows where. I don't even know. Okay, so I think this is normal Lain. Oh, okay. They're playing some weird sound effects. I'm recording, right? Yeah, I am. Okay. Who is Lain doing this? She like ultra plugging herself in. Whoa. Kids. Infonography. Boy, that was crazy. It was all of them at the same time. All 10 of the titles that came before. That was crazy. Haku. No, it's nothing as ambiguous as memory. Haku's a term that I think is in Made in Abyss, which is another show I'm watching right now. But I think I'm not gonna. There's no connection. Don't worry about that. That's just kind of random. Are these like the clothes in the briefcase of the dad or something like that? Like, why are they playing like electric guitar? Walk, go. Information. I think that represents the information. She like got rid of a mental block, right? As she's like the stop sign represents, or the, you know, the red light represents like her withholding like the truth, like she's hiding a truth from herself in the Wired, but the ghost sign is her like accepting all the information or something, maybe. Inconvenient body. Okay, so this is right when she snapped the cords, which were important. I was saying this is what was important. Am I me? Lain is Lain. Okay, she's tripping. We've seen that shot before. I don't remember the context perfectly, though. Oh, yeah, and Siberia could have been, like, partially in the Wired the entire time. That's an entire thing, right? I don't even know. Is she killing people? Some part of her? Maybe the part of her she hates? Talk about it. Oh, this is flashback to episode 2. I think that was episode 2, right? When he, the guy in Siberia, Lain caused the guy to shoot himself. After he took Excel, maybe Excel will come back into the picture somehow. Though I'm kind of thinking maybe not. Okay, I'm liking the music. Ooh, I'm actually really liking the music. Kind of jazzy. Who's that, Arisu? Oh, no, that's, Chisa. Is, like, is she, like, going through kind of her memories right now? Or the memories of everybody in the Wired? Because she does probably have access to everyone's memories. Whoa, okay. She's literally running it back right now. Oh, yeah, and she did walk with Chisa in the very beginning. Or at least flashback to that or something. I remember that being a thing. Chisa, can you believe it? You're relevant again. Bye. Have fun in the Wired. Because that's where she did end up going. Arisu, my darling. This is when he said, I love you. Oh, yeah. Siberia guy. What's good with you, man? Evil Lain. Okay, they're tripping right now. I don't know what's going on. I'm being real. That's a delivery guy. Ooh, that's a good shot of Lain, though. The stripper in the ad. I'm literally just a monkey, just saying the stimuli I'm getting. That's pretty crazy. Oh, yeah, that was when he was cackling at his screen. That's why I thought he was a knight, because he was acting so weird. But, I mean, I don't know, man. I guess he wasn't, because she hunted them all down. She's, like, probing her own memory right now. I think she's trying to, like, figure out her own memory. And, like... yeah. Though I don't know who's doing this. Is this other Lain or is this Lain? It's weird, they're just repeating scenes. This when the sister saw herself? Steve Jobs Lain pulls up. She got that black turtleneck. (1:23 a.m.) Oh my gosh, that was almost the real time. Right, it's 1:07 a.m. If that lined up, I would have lost my mind. That actually scared me. I saw 1 a.m. I was like, there's no way they got that. Nah, it was a minute off. The train victim. Sorry, I'm like nervously biting at my fingernails because this episode's got me tweaking. Oh, the kiss. Man, Lane's looking at Taro. His name's Taro, right? With them crazy eyes. I don't remember that. The bomb. Was that the kindergarten death match, maybe? Why are they just repeating scenes? Is this representing, like, Lain absorbing and trying to sort through all this information? Kind of like the go stop sign thing? The traffic signal? That's the word. I mean, I've been saying weird stuff this entire time. It's literally just traffic signal. These are like the primal beings of the Wired, the like one eye, one arm guys, I feel like. But, I don't know, man. The coolant tank. Someone bombed it. You're all alone. The alien. Alien, man. Are you gonna come to a revelation, or are you just gonna keep tripping, man? Whoa, 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 whoa. Which one of them is saying that? Probably the one getting choked, right? And committing suicide. Maybe she's saying I'm committing suicide because, like, Lain is killing another Lain who is herself by choking her out, so she's damaging herself, which is suicide. So by saying I, she's actually referring to the Lain that's choking her out, right? This is the consequence of breaking those electric cables and shooting God with your freaking, your psionic power. That was horrible. Man, what an introduction into the series, just a girl killing herself like that. This is a dark show. They do some dark stuff. Just here and there. Okay, Hisoka. Who's about to grab her? Her? Or Arisu? Yeah, it was Arisu. Arisu, why you texting me looking at me like that? Why are you focusing on Arisu right now? Arisu's the realest one. And by real, I mean, like, not, like, real in reality, but, like, I appreciate her the most. Isn't that crazy? I can't even say the realest one. Because reality isn't something that's, like, a guarantee right now. And then she said you're no longer needed in the real world, right? So it's like was all this fake, maybe? Like she's like feels betrayed, perhaps? I don't know. Love needs you. Alice? Alice, love needs you? What are you talking about? Yeah, give me some new content, man. I'm not trying to play your electric guitar song. Red skies, fluorescent. I don't even know how to say that. Fluorescent? The light bulbs, crazy lights. Okay, yeah, Lane's just tapped in. I think she's just going through her memories, trying to sort this all out. That's why we got that entire thing. We were like from her perspective. Lane, are you doing okay? You really don't look like you're doing okay, if I'm being really honest with you. She's laying down. She's going to sleep. Oh, what's up, God? I'm surprised you're still here. An emulator of that Navi into your own brain. What does that even mean? Okay, so it was an information overdose. Okay, at least we had that part. She's just putting it straight into her organic computer, aka her brain. Are we all? I mean, are we just organic biocomputers? Perhaps. I don't know, though. Dude, I don't know the difference. Yeah, explain it to me. Software is like, yeah, okay. I mean, I kind of get the difference. I mean, I'm using a computer. I kind of get some of these, but like, Is she a software, but no, like, what is a normal human being? Can you give me, like, a frame of reference here? Like, is every human software, or is she software and humans are just humans and they're not even similar to computers? Because you could say that everyone's whatever she is. I mean, I don't know. The hum. She's telling the hum to be quiet. Hey, it worked. What is that? Huh? A ghost. An amoebic mass. Just walking around. What? It looks like look at. Oh, what's up, Shisa? Crazy bell sound effect there. I gotta take a sip of my DP to get through this. You go give her a hug? Man, this POV shot was kind of crazy. This is true. Glad they brought this back up. What was that? Can you remind me? Which part? That she wouldn't need a body anymore? Or like that kind of stuff? Huh? Why do you have a lightsaber? Like a red dot gun. Do you have a gun? That's a gun. Oh, this is just Lain. This is main Lain. Is that Excel? Is that the guy that shot himself? Oh yeah, he did have the red dot pistol. Oh yeah, I mean, he could have died and come to the Wired. This is true. Because we know that dying's not just like the end, right? You can still come back. Oh wow, the gun just appeared in her hand. It's interesting that Chisa's saying there's nothing hard about dying. She just why I thought she already lost her body, man. I thought she was already dead. Didn't they say she was dead? I guess that might have just been other Lain entirely. So normal Lain still had her body, but that doesn't I don't freaking know. That doesn't make sense. Because the whole school stuff was acting like she didn't have a body. But I guess it could have been she had a body. I don't know. What are you about to see? Pylons. Why are there entire pylons? Is she on Mars, dude? What? I can't. This guy's saying, like, hey, Lain, shoot yourself. Like, what? Oh, talking about to Arisu. I thought we deleted the... Oh, we just deleted Lain's attachment to those. Those rumors are still around. Lain, delete the rumors. Be nice. Be a good friend. Use your powers for Arisu. Now, Arisu, go get a boyfriend. Get a boy who'll treat you right. Don't set your standards low. You're worth it, Arisu. Who is it, Lain? Oh, please don't hurt her. Please don't hurt Arisu. Is that an alien? It's the alien. What? Why does that look like Mob from Mob Psycho? Okay, now it's just the alien. Does that have a human head, though? Well, did I say the alien looked like Lain? I said it looked like evil Lain because of the smirk it gave. It had like a similar mannerism. What? I don't understand why, though. Why is it an alien? Look at little gremlin Lain peering around the corner. You deleted that memory, Lain. What are you talking about? Why are you an alien? Okay, so we didn't delete those memories? What do you mean? When did oh, we did though! We did that! Okay. I thought we deleted those. Good point, because there was a second sister too. Why is she an alien? I don't understand. Again? We already did this. I thought we did this already. Are you gonna just remove the event entirely instead of just the memory of Lain being attached to it? Oh, she is a computer, basically. This show is like breaking me. You're gone? What do you mean you're gone? Yeah, how is Arisu supposed to process that information? Me too. I'd be terrified. Little alien version of my friend Skinwalker comes in my door, says, I've broken the borders of reality. I can undo events of the past. Okay. And then just disappears. Oh, it's her friends. Did Lain delete it but maintain Risu's memory? So now Risu's gonna get to understand kind of what's going on? I'm kind of guessing Lain did it. Lain deleted it. Is it that time of the month? I don't think I can go through with it today. The boyfriend thing? No, she deleted that. Lain deleted that. That deleted. Lain, you didn't ask for my consent in this. You just did it. Yeah, okay, it's deleted. Pedophile. I'm so confused. Why are we doing this? I'm just confused, man. No, she just... Okay, I think she just understood it was Lain. She felt it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Was it all fake? Did, like, Lain, like, pull her out of the hologram? Who is that? Is that Lain? Lain, why are you scary? This is what Arisu gets for being a good person. Looking out for the introverted, like, anti-socialite. This is what... Whoa, that was freaky. Is Arisu real? I mean, Arisu might be real. I'm not convinced that anyone else is, or the school is, because of that scene, but... It doesn't even feel like a normal Lain. Yeah, look, they're gone. You see how they hit you with that clean, just to be continued, as if that just the entire episode didn't just happen? It's like, what? Okay. How long was the part? I don't even have much. How long was up to the point? Okay, so the first literal 12 minutes of the episode, barring maybe 3 minutes in the beginning. Like, okay, yeah, starting like 3 minutes in, it's literally just 9 minutes. 9 minutes of Lain just absorbing information we've already seen. That's so weird. Why, you could have done that in 2 minutes. I guess they're just padding time, I guess. But, like... Didn't even say anything in the beginning, either. That kind of makes me think that, like, very few people are real, if anyone, because nobody's having thoughts anymore. Because Lain is, like... You know? I don't know, you know? I don't freaking know. That was cool. This part? This was sick. Infonography. Look, it says weird layer. 1, 2, weird layer 1, girls layer 2, weird distortion girls, weird society kids, psyche rumors, love protocol girls, society weird, religion weird. Okay, that wasn't very helpful. And then, so God's like, hey, it's your boy. You should be more careful doing what you just did, merging your real body with the wired like that. Lain's kind of bites back, says like, I'm not a machine. He explains that she's software as opposed to hardware. I'm just going to look up a definition afterwards. Then there's like the weird like mass that walks by. Chisa appears. A little bit of a talky talk. Gun guy appears. And then they talk about how easy death is. I mean, Chisa, who took her own life through jumping off a building, said it was hard, and which makes sense because it would be really hard to do that, right? While the guy who was basically forced with the gun said it was easy because, I mean, he seemed to have been forced into it, so it was like, oh, well, it just kind of happened, you know? I mean, so that, I guess that makes sense. But then it's like they give the gun to Lain as if to say, like, you do it too. But it's weird because they have the other Lain, the wired Lain. They were saying all that stuff about her not having a body anymore and her being dead. But that actually hadn't happened yet. Because this episode, real Lain had a real body. Or normal Lain had a real body. And we know she had a real body because they were saying to get rid of it. Through bang, you know? Through the gun. So, real Lain does have a body. She was plugged into everything. The real world hasn't, like, been accepting her presence as real. Like, they've been ignoring her. Probably just because, like, other Lain, evil Lain, has been, like, pulling some strings, doing something crazy. I don't know. Lain's an alien. Like, what? What? But now it's main Lain instead of evil Lain that's peering through the door. It's like it's like this premonition thing. It's the kind of prophecy stuff they've been toying with earlier. Though I just don't get what they're going for, man. Why an alien? Like what? And then they cut to like reality being the pylons. I mean, I think that was further back. Yeah, right here. Is this like a Matrix thing? Is it Matrix? Yeah, Matrix thing, right? Where it's like, or maybe this is just what the wired looks like just the transmission of electricity. And now that she has fully dismantled, I think that's it. Now that she's fully dismantled, or at least more or less fully dismantled, the barrier between the wired and reality, she's seeing like all this crazy stuff because that's what the wired looks like. I mean, I guess that makes sense. And then she pulls up to Arisu's house now that she's been able to like crest this hill of doing this. Because she can go anywhere, and she straight up said, like, I could go anywhere, so I came here. And I don't know why she looks like an alien. I mean, maybe just, like... I don't know. She just looks like an alien. I guess, like, maybe every alien sighting has really just been, like, little blips of the wired coming into contact with reality. Like, all the UFO sightings are just, like, the wired. And so, fitting that kind of thing, she's an alien. I mean, last episode when they're talking about the freaking, what was it? Oh no, it was the first thing they were talking about during the weird documentary, like, intercutting thing. About the, like, an unknown sighting, or, I don't freaking know. I'm not even going to pull it back up because it's not important. They were basically, the alien introduction thing was mentioned, so they're talking about aliens. I don't understand why. And then she, like, changes reality around. Arisu's scared, which I would be too. And then she sees Lain, and, like, all of reality, like disappears as Lain's just staring at her. Boop, they pop back in. It's like, okay, the world lagged because she saw Lain and, like, all the textures went blank. And then Lain smiles, which is out of character for Lain, especially when she's doing this weird, creepy smile that's more evil Lain than normal Lain. I mean, it looks forced. It looks incredibly forced. Which, I mean, evil Lain had more of a smirk, like they're a dick, you know, they're mean. But this Lain is literally just like, you know. What is that? Ooh, Lain has a shadow. She doesn't have a shadow. Ooh. Lane's shadow is completely different than theirs. Lain has this long, red, undulating one, while they just have black shadows. That's interesting. Has that been going on the entire time? Has Lane's shadow always been different? That would be crazy. I mean, I just only noticed it now. Definitely intentional here, because Lane's got this crazy, you know, visible shadow while she's got none. Maybe the shadow is like proof that she's real, right? Like it's a symbol of her actually existing in reality because she's able to cast a shadow. So that means that she's being interacted with. Where maybe Arisu isn't real and it's just like a serotonin construct that Lain made to feel better, or you know, like like a friend that Lain made. If everything's like a hologram or whatever. I just don't know what's real or not, because the God guy was saying that all of it was holograms. Arisu doesn't have a shadow. Lain has a shadow, but Lain might not be real because she's software. Okay, I'm gonna look up some definitions. Yeah, there's nothing else in that episode. Software. I spelled software wrong. Definition. Software is defined as the programs and other operating system used by a computer. Okay, that's not very helpful. Set of computer programs and associated documentation and data. Contrast to hardware from which the system is built and which actually performs the work. Okay, so, my computer motherboard is a hardware. Windows OS is software. She's software, which means she's usable in different hardwares, right? Like she can go within multiple vessels, I'm kind of feeling, right? So she could have a human body and be software in that human body, because the human body would be the hardware, or she could do that for the Navi or the wired or whatever. I guess. I just don't know what it means. I mean, it's like saying that like she is like she is data as opposed to being a physical thing. Like she's more like this kind of concept almost of like I can't hold Windows OS. I can't hold Steam. I can't hold OBS or DaVinci Resolve. Those are my editing programs. I can't hold any of that in my hand because it's software. It doesn't exist. And the data like kind of exists in a computer's storage, but it exists within hardware, which I can hold. I can hold the hardware, which stores the software, but I can't actually hold the software, right? And so Lain, I could touch Lain's face, and within Lain's face exists the software of Lain, but the hardware of the Lain body isn't necessarily that. So it's almost saying that she's a soul as opposed to being a physical thing that exists. And they're using an analogy of software to hardware to kind of do that, right? Like, I'm not this. I'm not my body, right? I'm the soul or the software that's residing within the hardware that is my brain in my body. Except for Lain. I don't know if this applies to humans as a whole or if this is just Lain. They were not clear on that. That was some fire stuff though. The software hardware there. I was actually kind of here for that. I just thought we were going to be doing a rapture. I thought humans are going to be turned to information as everybody links together. But more so, that was used as a way to just completely make the jump from the wired in reality being kind of separate to being one and the same. Because now everybody's plugged in. So Lain's got full control over everyone. And I mean, if she's morphing reality like this, and God is saying that her friends and her family are all fake, then it's like... Or at least holograms, I think was the word he used. And Arisu doesn't have a shadow. Arisu could just be a concept that Lain made subconsciously and then locked that information away within herself, as symbolized by the red traffic sign. I guess. So like Arisu doesn't actually exist. She's more of just a thing that was coded by Lain. Though, I mean, she still exists. It's just that, I mean, the way I'm saying it is like implying that by being made by Lain and being a hologram, you're not real anymore. But who's to say that a hologram isn't real? Like, when I say real, what am I even talking about, right? I mean, if the soul is software, that's kind of the analogy we're using, and Lain can code software, then who's to say she can't just create new beings, such as Arisu, such as her family, that do exist? It's like she's a god that forgot that she made the world and then existed in it and then has re-unlocked all of her godhood. Though she's not even necessarily God, I guess. But I'm still not, I'm probably feeling that kind of stuff I was just saying. I'm kind of feeling those thoughts. No idea what the aliens are about. That's just weird to me, especially because we brought up the dolphin psionic guy. I mean, that's an alien thing, the Earth coincidence control office or whatever it's called. ECCO. It's like, what? And all the other documentary stuff that was brought up, which I was actually here for. That was interesting. Especially, I like the real world tie-in. That was pretty cool. But like, I don't know. And from like a story, like from I'm watching a show, right? From a show perspective, them literally replaying 9 minutes of episode just cut to electric guitar music. They're tripping. They're losing their mind. Who wrote this? Like, what are you doing? I mean, I'm fine with it, because it's pretty much just what I'm expecting at this point. But like, I don't know. It did feel like they were padding for time a little bit there, if I'm being honest. But at the same time, it is at least reflective of what's going on, which is Lain processing and absorbing mass amounts of information. I just don't think it needs to stretch on that long, because I kind of got the idea after like 20 seconds. Because she was plugged in, and the stoplight, the traffic sign went green, and then they started flashing information in my face. Like, yeah, that means the information, green means go, is going into the wires into her skull. Right? You don't need to give me 9 minutes of that. And it's not like the 9 minutes helps because they don't give extra exposition. They just continue the information dump. For 9 minutes. And then he says, oh, you're incredible. Your ability to gain information in your organic brain, blah, 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 crazy. And she's like, oh, I'm not a machine. He's like, well, you're software. Don't talk about me like I'm a machine. I mean, maybe the machine's conscious too, right? Who's to say they're not? Who's to say what? I mean, like, I don't know what a consciousness is. I don't even know if there's a real human or not. Maybe this is all just aliens. Maybe Lain was an alien who just made humanity and we're just a bunch of freaking code from the Wired that's projected onto reality. And reality is just a hologram, a shadow of the Wired. Which, going back to the freaking Plato's cave analogy I gave like 4 episodes ago, of like, we are the shadow, right? That's kind of, you know, I guess. It's just so weird. I don't understand this. I don't understand the God guy. The tape guy? Like, what are you? I don't get it. How do you know these things? Like, where did you come from? How do you tie into this? Because, like, we know you're eerie, but I thought, like, it just doesn't make sense to me how relevant he is right now, considering that he's just a guy who coded part of the Wired. And there was a bunch of people that did stuff. I mean, that entire episode 9, I think it was episode 9. I don't know. The documentary splicing one with the dolphin. Yeah, I think that was 9. Was just like about all the steps and all the processes that went into the Wired. That's kind of what the impression I was getting, that like, look at all these different things. So this guy's just one of these things. So why is he so important? You know? Is it because his consciousness was ported into the Wired by Lain coding that in? I mean, yes, but is everybody else's not? I mean, Chisa did that, right? Her consciousness is in the Wired. She ported herself in through suicide. I mean, the gun guy's here. So why is this guy getting hit by a train like something special? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Maybe because she did it better, because she actually coded it in, that he's become more prolific. But like, if she put him in, then why is she fighting him? She should be aware of like what she's doing if she's putting the code in. She said she put the code in. It just is. I just don't freaking know, man. Honestly, let's just jump into the next episode, episode 12 of Zero Experience Lain. Until then, if you like the video, subscribe if you're new. Notification bell, comment down below, yada yada yada. You already know the spiel. I say it at the end of every episode. But yeah, let's jump into the next episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you then. Peace.